Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 3 of Nora Zoo, our taiga and tundra zoo. In this video, we will be doing a little bit of a staff backstage-ish area and then also setting up our African penguin habitat. This is most likely going to be the only non-taiga or tundra animal, but I wanted to put in like penguin plaza because gimmicky, and well, I didn't just want to have the king penguin, so I added in the African penguins too, and I think that they do work in a very wintry northern kind of zoo because they are penguins after all. But starting off here, we are starting off laying down the foundation of where the habitat is going to be. I wanted to raise it a little bit because the zoo so far was extremely flat to me. It was far too flat. I need like some elevation changes some places, and yeah, that's in this. I made all of the foundation for it in here, and then I moved into a staff backstage area. I ended up expanding on that staff backstage area a little bit off cam after I finished the African penguin exhibit because I remembered that I forgot to put in a vet surgery, and we kind of needed that because a couple of the penguins that we got came with broken legs and stuff, and that was not good at all. But as you can see here, the footage might be a little jittery. I think it is a little jittery. It looks a little jittery to me, and I apologize for that. I don't know why, but I decided to build like a little custom log cabin here. I don't know. It looks nice. There is a little bit of overlap on the end with the roof that I did not like. I did not like it at all. It was not very good at all. I should have pushed in the end beams a little bit more, but didn't end up doing that because honestly, I didn't have enough time to do that. But I'm putting in all the end trims. Thank God for these end trims for a long time. Like probably for a month or two when I first got this game in like December. I did not know that these things existed. And I always thought all of my builds looked absolutely horrible. Then I finally figured out that wow, there's roof trims. Yeah. But I just copied this around a bunch because I didn't want to create a bunch of other ones. I put one of the stone buildings behind there too as well. I also end up putting a staff building. I think I put in a research center, workshop, and a staff building back here. And then in the stone building that I put in here in a little bit, I end up putting in the Planetzoogame. I meant to put it in during this clip, but I forgot to do that, so I just put it in off cam. Also, I started making some signs actually for our seal area. Like custom signs on the billboards, and I actually really like them. I use Canvas to do them. I'm sure if you guys are watching this, you know what Canvas is. It's amazing for working with the billboards. Photoshop, it's okay for that. I like Photoshop better for like thumbnails or stuff like that, but I think the Canvas works better with the billboards because it's easier for me to pick my pixel size. But Photoshop does work if you want to use Photoshop instead. Here I'm just putting in a bunch of staff paths because they need to like actually walk around and stuff. And in this zoo, I want it to have like a lot of mountains. I want you to feel like you are living in the Rocky Mountains, or this is the Alps, or we're up in Norway in one of the fjords, or something like that. I wanted to go for that. Now, for the rest of this staff area, I am placing a ton of rocks. I did a lot, and I mean a lot of rock placing off cam. Around the seal habitat, putting up the seal sign, putting up a little shaded area for people to view where the seals are, which is where I put the two signs. I'll be showing those in a tour at the end, but the clips for that were too long for me to put it in this video and keep it a reasonable length for one of these episodes. So I did not include those, and also, honestly, in my opinion, it was boring. It was like 2 hours of footage of me just placing rocks and leaves and messing with the different letters or logs, and it was not it was not looking like it was gonna make a part of this video, because even with speeding it up to 400 or 500%, that's still a good like 20 minutes, like 10 to 20 minutes worth of footage, no matter how fast I speed it up. But I copied the building over there, I put it right here, right down there. I put the vet surgery in here, like I said. I forgot to do that. Also, I really like this little cross beamy thing that I made. It looks really nice in my opinion, like really, really nice. Excuse me. I'm putting in some rocks here. Again, more rock placing. A lot of this clip right here is rock placing. Right after this, we're gonna get right into making the African penguin habitat. I am really, really excited about the African penguin habitat. It looks amazing in my opinion. The rock work on the mountain could be a little bit better. I'll probably touch it up off cam a little bit. But besides that, everything went perfectly. And I actually have not made a habitat for the African penguins yet. So that's another reason I wanted to put it in here. And the other things that are going to go in this penguin plaza are going to be the king penguins, which are next episode. Check it out. They'll be coming in a day or two. The latest they'll be coming is 4 days from now, which I believe when this comes out will be a Monday. Yes. So that will most likely be coming out on a Monday. But if you guys don't want to see that, there's also going to be amazing scenery. Woo! I'm going to be putting in a bunch of shops, gift shops, because it's a plaza. There needs to be something for them to do in a plaza. Right here, I thought about using this blueprint I've had sitting in my Steam workshop for a really long time. I picked it up like probably in February because I thought it looked nice and I just subscribed to it, but it didn't end up fitting. And I thought, no, I shouldn't really use blueprints in this because this is my work. So I don't really want to use blueprints in here. And even if I did want to use blueprints in here, it didn't fit with the whole entire theme anyway. And like I said, I'm not going for like realism in the habitats, which you'll definitely see in the African penguin habitat, because African penguins, oh, where do they live? Like South Africa. So it's going to be all sandy, a lot of flat stuff, but in the habitat that we actually end up making, there is a lot of mountainous areas, there's a lot of pine trees, there's a lot of like tiger rocks. It's very rugged terrain, but I've still made it really sandy as well. Just trying to make it feel a little bit more realistic, but I think it ended up actually being extremely well done. And here you can see that the grass was already changed a little bit because I was struggling in the first clip. It took me a really long time to get the path done, and I just deleted that clip, deleted the pathing, and followed the dirt that had changed to short grass to make the pathing a second time, because it took me probably 20 to 30 minutes. I think that you guys wanted to watch me struggle with the pathing tool for 5 minutes of a time lapse or something. So yeah, I just redid the clip after I figured out how I was going to do it, because I already knew how to do it, but like I said in one of my earlier videos, I think it was my first Horror-Zoo video, I hate the pathing tool. I mean, it's good, it's really good, it's way better than other games that I've played with pathing tools, but it's still so finicky. And it doesn't really want to always go where I want to go or do what I want to do. But did make it do what I wanted to do this time. After a long time and 2 takes later. But besides that, I'm putting in a little glass here just to, because I want to make it like the guests will look through into the water, but there will also be a place where they can see the land right there. And then I end up bringing it all the way down, but then I remember that I need to actually make the mountains and not keep them as cylinders. And these mountains, they look really good. I think they look really good. If anyone would like to help me make mountains, these are the first mountains I've made. It's like, I don't know, this one's more like a mountain range. There's like 4 mountains in here, so I don't know, maybe like my 8th mountain I've made, counting the ones at the front and the one behind the seal habitat. But I really like these. I know I'm new to making mountains and making like very dynamic terrain in Planetzoo, but I think it's been turning out really well. And hopefully you guys do too, because it's been a lot of fun making this. And I know that it's probably not going to be profitable. I don't really expect this to ever be profitable. But I just like making it, and I think it's fun. But here you can see me struggling for a little bit. I'm not sure how long the clip lasts of me struggling with this. But I do end up making it how I want to make it. And get all the snow in there. I didn't realize that after you move the coolers, it has to reset it. So I wasted a lot of time. Oh, here you can see one of my friends, Mr. Solitaire Man, going in and out of Far Cry 3. I probably should have exited out of the Steam friends before I did this, so I don't have that popping in and out. Because in this recording, he does go in and out of Far Cry 3 a lot. So I'll make sure to do that next time I record something. I'll change that so there's not constant text box in the corner. Now, I am making all of the mountain look like an actual mountain instead of just random grass. And, oh, there it goes again. This took me a little while too right here because the terrain tool was being extremely finicky. And I didn't end up detailing it in this episode. I'll probably do it a little bit off cam. But it actually went way better than I expected it to. Like way better. This build, I had high hopes for it, and you know what? It delivered. And before I leave here, but I will come back at the end of the video for a little tour after a little cinematic shots that I did. Hopefully I figured out a way to do them better than the one I did before. But after that there is a tour, because I promised you guys that I was going to show you the visitor center, so I didn't add any footage of that. I'll show you the seal signs I made, I'll show you the seal foliage I did, and yeah, I will see you in just a minute. Hello and welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I think I did a lot better on those cinematic shots than I did in the previous ones. If I didn't, please let me know. But I think they did look better. Now, look at our little penguins. I think they just look absolutely adorable in here. Let's see, what did that guy just die or something? I have no clue. That was weird. But they do seem to be using everything that's here for them. And I didn't build these on camera because, well, there's a lot of pieces in here. Like a lot of pieces. And I didn't want to bore you guys by watching an extra 5 minutes of a time lapse of me just placing these planks over and over again. Because it took me forever. And I actually haven't built anything this detailed in a while. So I just made it in a little different save, propped it into a blueprint, and then here we are. Now, right now, I believe there is 36, maybe 40 penguins in here. Let's take a look. Let's take a quick look. We got a HUD open. $36, yes. Okay. These two are not getting along. They need to stop fighting. But I think this looks really good. I'm going to put in a lot more detail in here, obviously, eventually. But this viewing area is nice. You can see them all the way back there, kind of half playing. You can see them swimming. And it goes all the way around. They got a nice little island over here. This path actually worked way better than I thought it would. I know I said that in the voiceover for the time lapse, but it did look a lot better. Now it's time for the stuff that you guys haven't seen. This area. I made this little awning overlay right here. And I put two signs right here. Meet the Seals, Triton, Raven, Rio, Cometi, Pisces, Shelby, Crystal, and Kayla. I made these amazing signs. It didn't take me too long, but I think they look really nice. Like, they look really, really nice. Who is this? Who's this? Kayla, and all these pictures that are over here are pictures of the animals themselves. I didn't just take random seals and put them for each one. But I renamed all of them, put a little bit of fun facts at the bottom. And I think these look a lot better. I'm going to put a lot more, most likely, like up here, maybe over here, something like that. But moving onwards, you can see the little trim that I did with the what is this, a fox rock block, but I think it kind of looks like blocks of ice. So I think it looks good. Now over here, one thing we did not do is garden this area. But that's alright. We can do that another time. But right here, we have amazing foliage here. You can kind of see into there, kind of. But we go into here, and we have texture glitches. I'll fix those later. Two restrooms, one right here, and one right here. And then we have our info centers in a nice open space with an overhang and more texture glitches. I need to fix that later. But if we can get the camera to cooperate, we can show off this area. So this whole area right over here is where we're going to have our king penguins. I'm gonna have a little section that cuts across, like right here, goes right through the center of it. Hopefully, I'll have like a bridge where they can swim under. But it will be hopefully again. I'll have underwater viewing on this side, and this will be land. This will be land. I'm going to put, how many king penguins can I fit in one habitat? I know I can fit 500 African penguins because I looked. But how many of these can I fit in one? 500 as well. So we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have a lot of them. Like a lot of them. And then over here in this area, we're gonna have a bunch of shops, we're gonna have a little street going this way, along with a street connecting right up here. There'll just be foliage right here, and then we'll start putting stuff in over here. So, I hope every one of you enjoyed. Click the like button if you did, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.